What if I told you that the demise of Saddam Hussein, one of the most ruthless dictators in modern history, was orchestrated not by mighty armies or high-tech spy agencies, but by his own insatiable craving for a simple grilled fish? It might sound like a joke or an episode of a sitcom, but it's a bizarre truth that historians and intelligence experts still debate today. So let's dive into the murky waters of deception, secrets, and one delicious dish that might have brought down an empire. Our story begins in 2003, when the United States invaded Iraq. The world watched as American tanks rolled through Baghdad and Saddam's colossal statues were toppled in a matter of days. With his regime crumbling around him, Saddam vanished into thin air. Some believed he had fled to Syria, others that he was hiding in plain sight somewhere in Baghdad. But the truth was far more shocking and grounded in Saddam's unique tastes and preferences. Over the next 8 months, the Americans scoured the city, following every lead, interrogating every citizen, and even placing Saddam's face on a deck of playing cards, ranking him alongside infamous criminals. But their efforts seemed futile. That was until a breakthrough came in the form of an audio tape. Recorded messages of Saddam expressing grief over the loss of his sons, who were killed in a U.S. raid, provided confirmation that the elusive dictator was still alive and somewhere in Iraq. Enter Eric Maddox, a specialist interrogator who took a different approach to finding Saddam. While others focused on military targets and loyalists, Maddox turned his attention to Ibrahim, a former bodyguard and one of Saddam's closest confidants. Through patient interrogation, Maddox discovered that Ibrahim had left Saddam's employ and returned to his hometown near Tikrit. There, Ibrahim owned a large fish farm and was known for his love of fishing. Maddox noted this seemingly insignificant detail and filed it away, unaware that it would lead to one of the most significant intelligence breakthroughs of the war. Meanwhile, other intelligence agencies were hot on Ibrahim's trail. By mid-2003, they had him in their sights. But before they could apprehend him, Ibrahim managed to slip through their fingers and escape to Syria, thanks to a tip from a fellow interrogator who disclosed America's plans to capture Ibrahim. Upon learning this, Ibrahim's wife, sister and mother, who were being held by the Americans, were immediately released. Clearly, Ibrahim had valuable information and intelligence about Saddam's whereabouts. Back at the fish farm, things were becoming clearer to Maddox. He recalled Ibrahim's passion for fishing and the fact that Saddam's favorite meal was maskoof, a delicious grilled fish specialty of the region. Armed with this knowledge, Maddox visited Saddam's home and discovered an empty freezer. The dictator had a habit of storing fish in his freezer, but it was now bare. This revelation pointed to one inescapable truth. Saddam was likely hiding somewhere nearby, sustained by his bodyguard's fresh fish deliveries. The question was, where? As Maddox pieced together the clues, the Americans launched a massive manhunt in Tikrit, searching every building, questioning every resident, and scouring the area for any sign of Saddam. Frustrated by their lack of progress, many officers began to believe that Saddam was truly hiding in Syria. Then came the breakthrough. A farmer reported finding a hidden underground bunker near Ibrahim's abandoned fish farm. It was too perfect to be a coincidence. As U.S. soldiers descended into the bunker, they found 2 pairs of feet, some clothes, and a pair of shoes. However, the space was so cramped and narrow that inspecting it further seemed impossible. Just as they were about to abandon the search, one of the soldiers had a flash of inspiration. He grabbed a rope from his backpack, tied it into a loop, and lowered himself into the hole. As he did, 2 hands suddenly emerged from the darkness, grabbing onto the rope for support. Moments later, a haggard, bearded man climbed out of the hole, revealing himself to be Saddam Hussein. The elusive dictator had been captured after 8 long months of hiding. In the aftermath of Saddam's capture, many questions arose. How did such a wanted man manage to hide for so long? Why was he in the cramped underground bunker? And how much longer could he have survived if the soldiers hadn't discovered him? Historians and investigators have put forward various theories. Some suggest that Saddam intentionally hid in plain sight, relying on his notoriety to deter anyone from reporting his presence. Others speculate that he suffered from a rare medical condition known as hypertrichosis, which causes excessive hair growth, explaining his unkempt appearance when captured. Saddam's choice of hiding spot also raised eyebrows. Located in a remote area filled with snakes and scorpions, the underground bunker was hardly a comfortable residence. But according to those who knew Saddam well, he harbored a deep fear of reptiles, adding an element of mystery to his bizarre decision. But amidst all the theories, one crucial question remains. Did Saddam's love for maskoofish play a part in his downfall? Many believe that his fondness for this Iraqi specialty may have indirectly led to his capture. Ibrahim, Saddam's trusted bodyguard and confidant, used his fish farm as a front to supply the dictator with fresh maskoof. This crucial detail was uncovered by Eric Maddox during his interrogations, leading him to the abandoned fish farm. The discovery of the underground bunker, in close proximity to the fish farm, further solidified the link between Saddam's culinary preference and his capture. However, it is essential to acknowledge that Saddam's love for Maskuf might not have been the sole factor in his downfall. Other elements such as Ibrahim's tip-off, the Americans' pursuit of Ibrahim, and the diligent efforts of soldiers in the manhunt all played pivotal roles. Nevertheless, Saddam's unusual taste in grilled fish certainly added a unique twist to the tale, highlighting the unexpected ways in which secrets can unravel. The irony of Saddam's demise is that he was taken down not by bombs, bullets, or betrayals, but by a simple fish dish. A man who ruled with an iron fist, instilling fear and oppression across his nation, was ultimately undone by his palate. This bizarre turn of events raises intriguing questions about the nature of power, the fragility of dictatorships, and the curious links between our cravings and our fates. After his capture, Saddam faced trial for his numerous crimes against humanity, including the killings of thousands of Iraqi Kurds in the 1980s. He was found guilty and sentenced to death by hanging. On December 31, 2006, Saddam's journey came to a tragic end in the same underground prison where he had been held. The story of Saddam Hussein's capture offers a compelling study in contrasts. The ruthless dictator who commanded fear and obedience from his people was hunted like prey, eventually succumbing to the relentless pursuit of justice. It also underscores the significance of seemingly insignificant details. Had Eric Maddox not paid attention to Ibrahim's hobby, had the soldiers not explored the abandoned fish farm, or had Saddam not harbored a fear of reptiles, the outcome of the manhunt might have been vastly different. As we reflect on this extraordinary tale, it's essential to recognize the complexity of history and the myriad factors that shape its course. The downfall of Saddam Hussein serves as a reminder that even the most powerful figures can be brought to justice through the combined efforts of determination, intellect, and a bit of luck. Furthermore, Saddam's demise highlights the often overlooked role of food and our relationship with it. More than just sustenance, food can be a reflection of our culture, identity, and even vulnerabilities. In Saddam's case, his love for maskufish inadvertently contributed to his downfall, exposing a chink in his armor. Moreover, the story underscores the importance of paying attention to detail. It was the small, seemingly insignificant clues that ultimately led to Saddam's capture, emphasizing the need for keen observation and attention to detail. Whether we're navigating the complexities of international politics or the intricacies of everyday life, paying attention to detail can make all the difference. Lastly, the tale of Saddam's capture offers a glimpse into the psyche of one of history's most notorious dictators. His irrational fears, his penchant for luxury, and his insatiable desire for power become all the more evident when examined through the lens of his downfall. In conclusion, the capture of Saddam Hussein was a monumental moment in history, marking the end of his brutal regime and offering a measure of justice for his countless victims. While his demise may have been orchestrated by a combination of factors, his love for Masco fish certainly played an intriguing role. It serves as a reminder that even the most powerful dictators can be brought down by the most unexpected means. So what do you think? Do you find it ironic that a dictator known for instilling fear and oppressing his people was ultimately taken down by a humble grilled fish? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this journey into the bizarre world of Saddam Hussein and the secrets that led to his downfall. If you're eager for more captivating tales, stay tuned for more updates. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for watching. If you found this story shocking, hit the like button, share it with history lovers, and subscribe for more untold stories of power, secrets, and downfall.